Hey folks, Jamie Stokes from Real Page Frank here. There's something going on in the housing market right now in the GTA and surrounding areas that I wanted to discuss really quick. I'll try and make this video as short as I can because I tend to ramble on. I enjoy real estate. I've been doing it for about 9 years now. So recently, the past few days, half week or so, we've had some really strange things going on in the housing market. It's not stuff that anybody anticipated, but we have a few homes that have had ridiculous amounts of offers on them. So there's a house in Mississauga. I think there's another one in Aurora and another one in Cambridge, I think. And these are the ones that I'm aware of. And I don't, I don't look outside of my area typically because I don't practice real estate out there. But according to some of my realtor friends, they've got dozens of offers on their properties. And nobody in the industry was really expecting this. It's a big conversation topic right now among us realtors and our private groups and among our colleagues. I was expecting people to have more financial difficulties, but there are houses that have had offers in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and up to 80, some odd, 85 offers, I think, one property in Mississauga. So I know open houses are supposed to be picking up. I haven't done an open house in a while, but open houses are supposed to be picking up. I spoke to one of my friends who's not a realtor, but he has interest in real estate. So he goes and he checks out open houses and stuff like that. He's an investor, and he told me that he went to an open house on the weekend, and he said that there were so many people there that there was no parking on the street, not in the driveway, and it was super packed. So I don't know what that means. We can predict all we want and say that the spring market's going to be really hot, but we don't really know that. And if you follow or talk to a realtor who says, yeah, I knew that was going to happen, I question that, because if the top industry professionals are discussing it amongst ourselves right now, it's an anomaly, really, is what it is. It'll be interesting. I'm super curious to see what the spring market brings. For the past while, we've had very low inventory, hardly any sales. And this, is this a sign of things to come for the spring market? Is it a good time to sell your house? People always ask me, when's the best time to sell my house? And, everybody seems to want to sell in the spring, but in the spring, if everybody's selling, there's a lot more inventory and there's a lot more competition. So it could be a good time to sell. I always tell people when they ask me, when is the best time for you to sell? When it makes financial sense, when you're ready, when you're capable. It's not, I can tell you when the best time of year to sell your house is, but really it's up to you to make that decision. It's not up to me. If you ask a realtor, we always say, now is the best time to sell. And the reason that we say that is because we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. The housing market could crash tomorrow. And this has happened in the past. Like I said, I've been doing real estate for about 9 years now. And I've seen where the market's crashed and people bought houses, and within a couple of days they want to retract their offers. They've lost deposits. There's huge court cases going on where they've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. They've been sued for not closing because what they paid one day, the following day the housing market starts to tank, and they've lost $100,000-$200,000. And then you can't just back out of a contract. It's a legally binding contract, so you're going to lose out if you don't follow through on your legally binding contracts. So the housing market in the spring, like I said, I'm very curious to see what happens here, because it's kind of exciting. It's not exciting for buyers. I mean, nobody wants to hear that. And despite everybody being angry at realtors and blaming us for the housing market going up or going down or whatever the case is, we seem to always be the ones to blame. But I'm actually on board with everybody. I don't want to see the housing market get too crazy, prices to get unaffordable, and they are already. So, naturally, if we don't have enough housing to go around, housing prices are going to continue to climb, and that's just the reality of housing here in Canada. It's absolutely unaffordable. There's not enough, and it boils down to supply and demand, and there's not really any group or person to blame for it. There hasn't been enough inventory out there to bring housing costs down. So, you've got 50 people that like the same house. Naturally, they're all going to put, higher offers on the property. So that's where we're at right now with housing in the GTA and surrounding areas. I know like I said, there's been a lot of not much inventory on the market, and there are, regardless of how the market's doing, there's always going to be buyers, there's always going to be sellers, there's always going to be people who are gonna, try and take advantage of the situation, depending on if it's a seller's market or a buyer's market. But that's just the way that real estate is. I've always had people asking me, what about getting, bank foreclosures and things like this. And here in my 9 years of real estate, I've only come across one property that I've shown that was repossessed by the bank. And it was around $500,000, I think, for something close to 449 or something like that. But it ended up going for over five. And for the houses in the neighborhood, comparison wise, this place needed a lot of renovations. Like, I mean, a complete gut job. And the other houses in the neighborhood were going for not much more than that. So when you're looking at affordable housing that's under, especially if you can find something under $500,000, which is like almost impossible, you're competing with first-time home buyers, people that have been waiting at the market. You're looking at investors. All kinds of people are here looking at the same properties. There's so much competition for affordable housing here. I mean, even new townhomes that are being built, I've seen them for over $1 million, which to me is kind of crazy. They're row houses. You're attached to neighbors on both sides, and they're very small properties. Absolutely no yards and single car parking. But it'll be exciting this spring market to see what happens. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that, honestly, that homes remain, well, I shouldn't say remain, but come down to a more affordable level for Canadians. I know a lot of people have mortgages coming up, and they've really taken a beating over the mortgage rates going up. So let's hope for the best, and we'll see what the spring market brings. But there are properties out there that are getting dozens and dozens of offers. So, if you're looking to buy or sell real estate in the GTA or surrounding areas, depending on the area, feel free to give me a call, or if you have questions, anything like that, give me a call directly on my cell. My cell phone number is 289-927-5991. Take care for now.